Welcome to another episode of Weekly Stock Picks. Today we're talking about ticker symbol AMC. That's all I've been covering lately because that's all that's been on my mind. I've been focusing on this stock day and night, looking up any kind of DD I can find, doing my own research as well. A lot of people have been asking me questions today specifically because we were supposed to have our annual stockholder meeting today, but lo and behold, it got pushed back till July 29th, 2021. There are people that actually showed up on Reddit to go to be part of the meeting in person. Stockholders will receive additional notices regarding the details for the rescheduled meeting. So they had taken the 500 million shares off the table, but then they were still going to have the meeting on the other points. So since everything got rescheduled, they're going to have to re-vote as well. So definitely check your inboxes. They should resend out the emails if you do it online. So when you get that, make sure you take the time and vote. It's important. AMC announced that its board of directors has postponed the meeting that was previously supposed to be held today. The thing that I found the most interesting is the date change will provide additional time for its millions of current individual shareholders to have their voices heard and more time to cast ballots on important shareholder matters. They want us to vote so they can see how many fake shares are out there. That's kind of like the gist that I'm getting about this thing. So this can only be a good thing. It's doing a nice little audit on the stock, and that's something that we need, all these naked shorts floating around. Naked shorting is the illegal practice of short selling shares that have not been determined to exist. Ordinarily, traders must borrow stock to determine that it can be borrowed before they sell it. So naked shorting refers to short pressure on a stock that may be larger than the tradable shares in the market. So that's kind of what I got from it. Now, I wasn't sure if this was going to be negative. I was watching the stock all day while I was streaming. I was watching the chart and seeing how the retail investor was reacting to it, and it didn't seem to affect it that much. It seems to be moving with the normal trend. So me personally, I think it's a good thing. It sucks that we have to wait another 2 months to get this out, but there is a lot of other catalysts out there for us, like the earnings this week, all the DTCC rules that are out there that are getting passed, the overall bullish sentiment of the community, holding strong, ape together. Somebody was flying around an airplane today that said AMC to the moon. We got a passionate community, and it's these things like this that give me confidence that we're gonna hold strong and get through this and shoot this thing to the moon, right? Before we get into the chart, if you could leave a quick like on the video, maybe subscribe, it definitely helps me out so much with this freaking YouTube algorithm. I make videos on high growth companies or just good opportunities I see in the market. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just an entertainer, and I like to make videos. So here's the AMC chart from about March to current day, right? And the chart up here really mirrors the RSI down here. You can see we had a big crash, it was oversold. And you can see down here at the bottom, it's in oversold territory. The very bottom chart, right? The middle one's the MACD, so just look at the bottom part. All the way at the bottom, oversold, and boom, shot all the way back up to 1073, a nice big bounce. It was riding along here, oversold again, bounced this time off the RSI, which is about 950. Shot back up to 1056, a little bit lower, but about the same bounce as before. Oversold, big sell-off. You can see it touched down here. Again, the RSI, this time it dropped a little bit lower to 882, back up to 976, not as high as previously. And then it slowly consolidated and built to about $12 or so. And then now we're in the oversold. So you can see there's an oversold line here, down, and down again. Right? And you can see we're again way under, just like we were back here in the oversold territory, and you're on the way up. So if anybody that's selling down here is not, all you gotta do is look at the chart. History is gonna repeat itself most likely. Now, this isn't like a foolproof plan. Otherwise we'd all be millionaires, multi-billionaires, right? It's not always gonna be the same, but the trend looks pretty solid, and it held strong at that $9 range here. All these touch points, look at literally 930s, 930, 920, 930, down here, 890. It's been strong holding every day. The hedge funds are getting charged. It's free for us to hold. You only lose money if you sell. So all we got to do is hold the stock. So I think for the rest of the week, we're going to have that slow run up to about maybe 1050 or so right here. And then depending on earnings, I think it's after hours on Thursday, we have earnings. Depending on how that goes, it could dramatically affect the stock in another direction. So we'll have to wait and see. I was worried about them postponing the shareholder meeting, but it doesn't seem to affect everyone's sentiment on AMC, which is great. So we dodged a bullet. Sometimes people freak out for no reason. And that's why my last video was like a damage control video to let you know, don't be pressured into selling. And then this video also is like, hey, everything's going good. Don't freak out. It's looking pretty strong. We're going to bounce back up and we're just waiting for that big breakout. Again, any support I get on the video helps me out tremendously. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I really appreciate it. All my channels, I have a few YouTube channels. They'll be in the description down below. That's going to be all for me today. This is WSP and I'm out of here. Peace.